All righty, guys. Settle down. Bring it down. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Let's get started. So, how many people are starting to fall in love with the city of Barcelona? Raise your hand. Isn't it an awesome city? It's absolutely fabulous. The women. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. So, as you know, there's a big festival going on this weekend, and there's surprises everywhere late at night. How many people stayed up a little bit later last night than they planned? Yeah, I'm definitely one of those. So we went out to dinner with a group of about, I don't know, 10 or 15 of you last night, and we had a good time. And this guy's a great dancer, by the way, if you get a chance to watch him. Very entertaining on that, and definitely a family show. So I was planning on getting home early, right? So I left around, I was the first one to leave, right? So I get home, and I get to my home, and my 3 kids and my wife are gone. And there's all this loud music going on down the street. So I'm like, what's going on? So I text them and say, hey, we're down at the park. So there's a festival going on at the park, and it goes on all the way till 6 a.m. Now, when I got there, and the kids and stuff, and there's families, and everybody's dancing, and they got a live band, it was pretty slow, and it was around 11:30 or so. It didn't start picking up until like 2, 3 in the morning, and then it was like packed until 6 a.m. in the morning when the sun came up. So we were just enjoying Barcelona, like I hope all of you folks did too. So we do need to keep a tight schedule today, because we do need to leave here sharp at around 6:15, 6:30ish, and that's to make it to the dinner. And we're going to need to take the metro down there. We're going to take the L4, and that's going to be around 45 minutes to 50 minutes walking and stuff combined with that. So does anybody need any extra tickets to go? If you do, you need to, like right now, contact my support and ask for a link. Okay, so we can get that taken care of for you. You've already paid, right? Yeah, so, yeah, just to pay for the dinner on the end of it. Yeah, so. Yeah. So we're good. So let's go ahead and get started here. William, take it away, buddy.
All right, William. Hey. Come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was one of those late night people, but I have a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. I know a lot of you, some of you, not a lot of you, some of you burned through the night. Appreciate that. Those of you who were able to get it done this morning, awesome. Just want to share a quick experience. We had such a blast last night. We went down to the beach and got to watch some fireworks and eat great seafood. And so it was dinner and a show, and then we just hung out and talked. We had such a great night. I just have to show you, like, me playing with my food, if that's okay. We're just playing around. Anyway, we had a blast. It's so great to be able to hang out with you guys, and I encourage, if you're not hanging out with multiple people from the group, or with myself, or with Chris, or someone, just to not even talk business. Like, I didn't talk any business last night, did I? Like, not one lick. And yeah, I made fun of the people who were talking business. Like, not that it's a bad thing. I wanted you guys to decompress, right? And because we had a hard day yesterday, and we're about to, like, really dive into some great stuff today too. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know, like, hey, have some fun, right? Because we are in Barcelona. It's going to add to the experience. And remember, we're recording all this as well, so you can go back through it at your pace, whatever you do miss or happen to miss. And of course, you got me for questions, okay? Everybody ready? So show of hands, real quick. Who does not have their site ready to go with their first page? Miss Jean, somebody, new guy, yes? And, okay, so a few of you. Okay, how close are you? How close are you guys? The green light's not quite ready? Okay.
When I can talk to my webmaster.
Oh, got your webmaster on the hook there? Yes, Bill.
Yeah, I'm still, still playing with.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. If you have the page at least saved, where you have a URL to work with, we're going to, because you got the format and it's on tape, and you've got people around you that are pretty much everybody's done, so you can always reach out to help each other, right? So what I'm going to do is move on into keyword discovery, if that's all right with you guys. Is that all right? Okay, good deal. So keyword discovery, I like to use tools like SEMrush, SpyFu, and What Ads Work, also Ubersuggest, and the Keyword Planner tool, which you can find under Tools, Keyword Planner. We'll go there for that one. And so these are going to be the tools that we're working with today, some of them. We're also going to be working with Excel and Google Sheets and or Google Sheets. How many people in here use Google Sheets? Love you guys. That's why I love you guys. Because everything's on the cloud. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is Google the Keyword Planner. We're not worried about whether you see estimates or exact numbers. Okay, I know that some of you don't see the exact numbers, and Chris has like that awesome workaround. We don't really need that. All we're looking for is to see where the money's at, if that makes sense. And as long as it's estimated where the money's at when it comes to traffic, that's okay. Because ultimately, our ad spend is going to tell us where the traffic's at, where the money's at, right? Not the Keyword Planner. Keyword Planner just kind of says, it's over there somewhere. And we say, okay, so we start walking over there, basically. And then once we get over there, we ping it again when we optimize in our campaigns, and we zone in on exactly where it's at, like it's in this seat, if that makes sense. You guys follow? So we use the keywords as kind of like a sonar ping. We throw it out there. Oh, look, it's over in that direction. Okay, let's go that way. And then you guess, best guess, right? You optimize in, and then you throw out another ping, and it's like, oh, it's right there. Okay, great. Now I'm even closer, and you ping it again until you're right on top of it. Does everybody follow? And you just keep pinging, keep optimizing until it's so granular. Yes?
When you say ping, does that mean you're running it and then modifying based on you guys?
Yes. Yeah, I'm constantly optimizing. That's a good question. It sounds like a lot of work, but actually the optimization process is just an ongoing 5-10 minute, take a look at a campaign, set it, and not set it and forget it, but almost, if that makes sense. Once you get this thing dialed in enough where you've got the ping and you're on it or really close to it and you're not far away from it, in other words, you're very profitable with it, there's not much else you have to do except rotate out your ad copy sometimes, make sure you get, keep your click-through rates high. New keyword ideas that come through on the search queries, which I'll show you, okay? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. It's a good question. Any other questions about, before we get started? Yes, sir. Chris in the back. Hey, what's up?
When you're optimizing your ad copy, do you have to keep resubmitting it to the networks?
I don't. I don't.
You're in the first time and then
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I give them the first line, and the way I do it is I make sure that the format pretty much stays the same. So if something were to change in the format of my ad, which I'm only doing call only, so not really, but if it were to, I would make sure I submit a new creative, call my affiliate manager and say, hey, I submitted a new creative and this is why, and is that okay, right? Come from that angle. Good question. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Yes, no? Okay. So Google Keyword Planner. Now, the first thing I do is click on search for new keywords using a phrase. And then for my example, I'm going to go very general, pest control. Everybody see that? Pest control. I'm going to go targeting US, all languages, Google. Negative keywords. I'm not actually going to put any of my negative keywords in. We do have a list of negative keywords that we'll use for ads. So that just be aware of that. But we're not going to do that for the search just yet. And on the options side, this is something I always like to do, which is it narrows the keywords down, only show ideas closely related to my search term. right? And then on the filters, what I like to do, you don't, and again, you don't have to do this. If you want a broader keyword selection, then don't do this. I like to tighten things up a bit, if you will. I want to know kind of where my money is going to be made, more or less. All right, so if that's you, then follow along, right? What I'm looking for is suggested bid. I want to see what the bids are for clicks, okay? That doesn't necessarily mean what I'm going to be paying per click. It just means what's being bidded on average for that click. Everybody follow? Okay. So I want something that's less than or equal to. Everybody see how I did that on suggested bid? I click the drop under filters, keyword filters. So I click that little drop down, less than or equal to. And then I'm just going to put in like, for an affiliate, here it is, for an affiliate offer, we're running a $7 pest control offer, right? A lot of the guys that I've worked with or talked to about pay-per-call, they do half of the payout as their, like, I want to do 100%. And the reason I do 100% is because I'm definitely going to get some traffic for my money, and know that I'm doing it just to get the data. Does that, you guys follow? They're doing that to be a little more conservative, whereas I'm a little more spend happy, just so I can get the data faster, right? They'll wait 2, 3, 4 weeks. I want the data like now, right? Week, 2 weeks, I want my data and I want to be moving, or at least honing in on that ping, right? I want to be moving. I don't want to be sitting there waiting for a month. Anybody want to be sitting there waiting for a month? Okay, put 100% of whatever the payout is in. Let's just settle that right there. So I put 7, okay? And I click on save. So keyword filter suggested bid less than or equal to $7, and I put pest control in. Everybody see that? All right. So I click get ideas. And I've got a list of 58 keywords. Everybody see that? Now you can see the suggested bid for the word pest control is $17.20 across the board, right? But look at this. Ant, 110,000, $2.54. By the way, let me ask you something. Ant as a keyword. So we're not just going to be, I'm not just going to show you how to use these tools, okay? Let me clarify something here really quickly. I'm going to be showing you how to think while using these tools, because that's what most people don't do. They use the tools thinking this robot is going to just turn out the right answer for me, and I don't have to put any brain power into it, okay? So you guys ready to kick on the wheels for a second? I'm going to ask some questions about these keywords. I want you guys to give me the answer. That way I know when we leave here, you will be able to tell me whether this is a high intent keyword or not. So the question is this a high intent keyword? Why? But it's low cost. It's vague, right? Too vague. Okay. But what does this keyword do? If all I knew was pest control and I didn't know anything about pest control, what does this keyword tell me? You guys are shit hot this morning. This is great. You're thinking. I like that. So, oh, look, I've got all these different types of bugs that I could go after, right? There's ants, there's cockroaches, there's termites, there's fleas, there's bed bugs, blah, 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 right? There's all. In fact, you know what I might do is go online and look up a list of those bugs, right? Oh, look, here's a, Terminix Pest Control takes care of, and get that list, copy paste, right? Now, as you do that, you can take those new keywords and start plugging those keywords into this tool. So I can take ant and plug it in to the keyword planner, right? And there's going to be like how many different species of ant? Right. Guy's laughing over here because he knows it's like, holy crap, that's like probably too many, right? But all we really want to do is focus in on the U.S., right? So let's focus on the types of U.S.-based ants, if that makes sense. I know that sounds kind of funny. My ant colony is only based in the U.S. But seriously, there's only certain types of ants in the U.S., right? I mean, that's just how it is. Like, we don't have the siafu with those huge, like, freaking pinchers, right? Those are like, what, in Africa, right? I think those are African ants. They're crazy. But we do have German roaches, very common German roaches, and one treatment does not kill them. That's correct. So yeah, so ant is not a high keyword. Let's talk about the next one. Even though it says competition high, remember, we don't give a damn about SEO. There's 1,900 searches a month. It says treatment for bed bugs, $3.95 a click. Yay or nay? Hands up if you would bid on that keyword or not. Yes? Hands up? Yeah? Those of you who are saying no, let me ask why. Right. That's correct. Treatment. What do you normally do for treatment? There's two ways of thinking here. Treatment could mean treatment of my house or treatment of what? Me, the bites, right? It's like, right? So maybe instead of treatment for bed bugs, maybe it's pest control service for bed bugs, right? Start plugging those into some of the keyword tools, right? Now, keep in mind, I'm only on one of the keyword tools. So when I say plug them in, excuse me. When I say plug them in, I'm saying go back into Keyword Planner at the top and plug that new keyword in, that new keyword idea. I'm saying go to Uber Suggest and plug that new keyword idea in, right? The different tools. So don't just be stuck on one tool, right? Because you can, if you're not careful, you can get stuck on that. Like just, oh, I've been on Keyword Planner for like an hour, and I just keep getting all these ideas. Okay, take a break, stop, go get something to eat, come back to it, and switch over to Uber Suggest or switch over to SEMrush and take all those ideas that you had from Keyword Planner and generate even more ideas. You guys follow? On a new platform. You following me? Okay. Anybody not clear on what I just said? Okay, good. Man, you guys are awesome. All right. So treatment for bed bugs. Bed bug pesticide. Varmint control, treatment of bed bugs. Home treatment for termites. Best home termite treatment. Termite infestation treatment. Let's go to this one. White ant control. Weekend pest control. That looks like somebody trying to find some pest control, but if you notice, there's not even a bid for it, right? So maybe what I want to do is take out the bid. So I come over here, take that out. Let's see what I come up with. I'll probably come up with more keywords. 88. Cost of termite inspection. So pest control inspection or inspection service. That's interesting, right? Is everybody by the way, is everybody starting to plug this in for your own keyword? I forgot to mention that. Like, you guys are watching me, which is great, and taking notes. That's good. I want to make sure you guys go through the process yourself too, okay? I want you to actually start putting in keywords for yourself. In fact, I'll tell you what. Here's a little bit of feedback here. Take your niche, plug it into the keyword planner, and give me a high, shout back a high intent keyword for me from your niche. And I'll tell you yay or nay. All right? And then we'll know if you're kind of on the right path. Does that make sense? What's that? Emergency furnace repair. That's a good one. Somebody's got a real problem with that. Yes? Find plumber? Right. What is the key? Think about this for a second, ladies and gentlemen. What does find kind of give you an idea on? You're looking for the mic? I'm not sure where the microphone is. What is while he's looking for the microphone, what does find make you think of? as a keyword. If I'm trying to find something, I'm trying to find something what?
To solve a problem, right?
Yes, but no. Maybe, right, and if I'm visiting a location, I want to find something local is a word. What else? Find something near me. Now you guys are, see that?
Yeah.
There's like all these different keywords that now you can plug onto the end of termite pest control, right? Of how to get rid of fleas. You see what I'm saying? How to get rid of fleas near me. It sounds kind of crazy, but you should see, and you will see here in a minute, the search terms that people are typing in. People are talking to their phones. And I've got search queries that say, okay, Google, show me how to get rid of fleas in such and such Illinois. No joke. That is what people are doing nowadays, and that's why the mobile search with call-only ads is blowing up, because people are starting to talk to their phones like it's a friggin' person. I mean, they even have names, right? Like Siri and what's the girl's name on Windows 10?
It's Galaxy on the Samsungs.
Cortana, yeah, Cortana, yeah. I don't know, Morgana for all I know. Like she's evil. I don't like her. She keeps popping up and like she's like wanting to talk to me. I'm like, no, go away. Like, you know, I don't want. I'm single. I get it, but I don't want to talk to you. Okay. No one else had keywords they want to pop out at me? No. Dimitri. Oh, question. Here's a mic, and then there's a keyword back here.
Is it me, or is it weird that, for example, where is it? Terminate bed bugs has only 20 searches a month for the whole U.S., or am I reading that wrong?
No, you're not reading that wrong. What I would say to that is, do people think of using the word terminate?
Okay.
Terminate. You know what I mean? Like, that sounds so Arnold, it's not even funny. No one talks like that. That's why. So, just to give you guys an example about why call recordings are so important from yesterday, do you guys remember me talking about the word fumigation?
Mm-hmm.
I actually got that word from a call. So not only can you get keyword ideas from search queries, what people are typing in or talking into their phones, you can also get keyword ideas from the call recordings themselves as they talk to whoever they're talking to on the other end of the phone. Bill's got a question, and then you, sir, had a keyword idea? Let's hear it. No, it's okay. Let's hear it. Wow. And how many searches does that have? 100 a month. And what's the suggested bid? There's not even a suggested bid for it? That sounds like it could be some money, right? It's worth it. It's worth a shot. It's long tail, and it's 100 searches a month, and that's averaged over the last 12 months based on your search, right? If you look based on the last 12 months. Yes, sir.
My offer is for auto locksmiths, and I've got locked out of car, which in the copy you can make that into a
Wow.
question. Locked out of car?
Right.
And that's 110 monthly searches, $7.51.
$7.51.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the offer payout is $9.
What else could you do with locked out of car? Just off the top of your head, what else could you come up with? How else would someone say they're locked out of their car? I locked my keys in my car. I
Yeah.
locked the
Well,
keys in the car.
Underneath that, I locked my keys in my car, 70 searches at $5.19.
Right.
$5.19.
Right. And do you think out of those 70 searches on average that there's a lot of desperate people in there?
Yeah.
And is
that's
it
us-
worth?
That's searching for a solution. That's
Right. I mean, that's like a desperate solution too.
Yeah.
Like, because what if there's not a baby, but what if the car's running? Like the only time I've ever locked keys in a car, and it was the most stressful day I think I've ever had. I left the car running. The car running, and I had a spare, and I was right up the street from base, so I had my buddy drive me back to base and like get a key and then come unlock my car. But that was the worst lunch hour I ever had. Like I spent the entire time dealing with a lockout of the car. Anyway, it was a very desperate situation, and had I had Google technology, smartphone technology back then, I would have loved to have just, you know, not have to bother my buddy like that, you know, and take away from his lunch hour and just pay somebody to come unlock my car, you know. So yeah, what other keywords do you got from that auto unlock? No. I want you to use the noggin. You look, you can use your eyes later on the keyword planner. I want you to start getting the noggin moving because you're doing good. So I locked my keys in my car.
Do you mean just other ways of saying that? I'm locked out of my car. Well, that's the same one. I just did that, haven't I? I've lost my car keys. Oh.
Lost my keys. Lost my keys. What about rekey? You ever heard the term
car key
rekey? That's a
reprogramming.
locksmith term.
Got car key reprogramming. It's only 20 monthly searches, and that's at almost $7.
Is it only auto locksmith or is it locksmith in general?
It just says car key programming is the key word.
No. You're missing my. The offer that you're running, is it auto or is it locksmith in general?
It's locksmith in general, and
Okay.
there was a list of services. Some were specifically auto. Some were general. I've put
Are there
in
some for
auto
the home?
locksmith.
Are there some for the home as well?
No, because my search is auto locksmith in here.
Auto. Okay, so you're not doing anything home. So forget about the rekey then, because normally when someone wants to change keys out, like for a new apartment tenant or someone that just bought a new house, they get the house rekeyed. They get the locks rekeyed.
Cylinder. I remember there were a couple of services to do with replacing the cylinder, but they were inactive, if I remember right.
Gotcha. Is everybody okay or comfortable with how to generate keywords, at least from the planner, to get an initial idea and what we're looking for on higher intent, we'll say. I'm gonna keep pounding on this, trust me, but I just want to make sure everybody's pretty solid on the keyword planner. Any questions?
It seems, not that I've looked at a huge amount of keywords, those high intent ones have got a bigger suggested bid.
Absolutely, they're
So
going
you could
to.
rank it on descending order of the bids, and you should see those.
Absolutely.
At the top,
Absolutely.
which I'll do now.
And remember, suggested bid is not necessarily what you're going to be paying, right? Especially if you've got higher quality score, you're going to be paying less and getting more for that less. Any other questions? One last thing I want to show you on this is once you have a list of keywords you're happy with, all you got to do is do the download, right? Click on download. You can save it to your Google Drive, which is what I usually do, or save it as an Excel, right? And when you click it download, it should say, okay, your download's ready. Click OK, and then it starts downloading. Michael has got a question right here. There you go. Okay. That's like a backdoor way of using competition spying, which we do with a couple other tools, and I do it with multiple sites at once. But that's kind of cool. So if you can't, I won't say if you can't afford, but like if you don't have SpyFu yet or you don't want to get it, that's a great way, what Michael just said, and I'll repeat it. Thank you for that. You go and grab the URL of a competitor and plug it into the keyword planner, and you'll get keyword ideas based on that site and what that site has. And that's your competition and what they're ranking for, right? So if you don't have SpyFu or what ads work, that's a great way to, one by one anyway, go through your competition and hit them up. Yes, sir. Bill.
So to clarify, we don't really care about competition because that's SEO. So
Right.
we're doing AdWords.
Right. Well, we do care about competition, but in a different way.
Yes. Not
People that are paying.
right. People that are paying.
People that are paying.
So the other thing is we want to have a certain minimum of keyword queries per month, right?
I like to see 200-300. I mean, but if I see something extremely high intent, like I locked my keys out of my car and it's 100, and
Yeah.
that's averaged over 12 months, and it's got a suggested bid that's more than $2-3, that means there's money there. So I'm gonna take every keyword I can get like that, and there's probably, I'd say he's gonna find ultimately over time, over the next like 60 to 90 days, probably 15 to 20 keywords that are bringing in 80% of the profit, if that makes sense. Like, that's how granular we get. Is it, you follow?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
So I just wanted a summary of
No.
the points that you're.
Appreciate it.
You're
I'm glad.
you're
Man, you
bringing
guys are
out.
on point today. You guys have been waiting for this one, huh? I love it. All I've been hearing about is, I can't wait till we start doing the AdWords. I love it. All right, so no questions on Keyword Planner because we're going to move on to another keyword tool. Nope. Going once, going twice. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to cover, and I'm not covering these, by the way, in any specific order, okay? And I'll explain that here in a minute. I like to just jump around from keyword tool to keyword tool because you get a little bit of a crossover with keywords, and I actually like that because I want to get as many different ideas as I can from as many different sources as I can, right? So if you'll notice, What Ads Work and SpyFu will both give you keyword information on your competitors, and so will SEMrush. All three of them will, but they all have their own way of gathering the data and displaying it, if you will. You guys follow? Not everybody has the same data. SEMrush is not getting the exact same data as SpyFu. Otherwise, why the hell buy both, right? They're getting different sets of data on the exact same sites of the competition that I go visit, for example. So different keywords, but it's the same site. So there's crossover, but there's that little extra that I get that most other people don't. Why? Because they don't put in the work. They only go and get SEMrush, and then that's it. They just plug it in and say, well, I got my keyword list. I guess I'm set. You see how that's too robotic? It's too easy. You've got to go a little bit, you got to do the little bit extra, 5 minutes it takes to plug into another keyword tool and pull out those extra keywords. Had I done that, I probably would have found fumigation, right? Just a point. Okay, so Ubersuggest, and this is ubersuggest.io. Everybody there? Okay, so this is a Google Suggest tool, basically. I'm going to type in, just to show you the initial keyword again. Even though I have other keyword ideas right now, I'm just going to go with pest control and show you what comes up, just to show you what the tool is going to produce. Produce 361 keywords. And I've got a bunch of keywords here like pest control services, near me. See, this one's giving me the idea. So even if I'm not really on the ball for the day, like you guys are, I can still pick up keywords like near me and then go, oh yeah, that's right. I could do in, around, near me, close to. I can start putting all these keywords on the end of, or all those keywords that I can put on the end of a main keyword and make a long tail. Because believe it or not, a lot of the mobile search done these days, because people are talking to their phones and whatnot, it's long tail. And what was the stat? I'm trying to think of where I read this. Something like 70% or 80. It's like 70 or 80% of all the traffic, the majority of the traffic comes from long tail. Do you guys know that? It's nuts. So while every other joker is typing in pest control to all the keyword tools, even if they do use all the keyword tools, I'd be surprised. But even if they did, they're still focusing on non-long tail, right? Until they start getting into some of this stuff. So let me show you a couple of good examples. So I'm not, obviously it's a U.S. campaign, so I can't use India, I can't use Dubai. Pest control products, that's not good. Pest control near me, right? Now I've got pest control in city, pest control ants. So there's the idea for the different types of insects, bees, right? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Equipment. Pest control for bed bugs, right? Now watch what happens when I go up here and I say, okay, let me type in pest control for bed bugs. Watch what Google suggests. This is so great. I love this tool. 159 keywords. Pest control for bed bugs near me. Pest control for bed bugs in, and then you could put, obviously these aren't the cities we want, but you could put the cities that you want or the states that you want. You guys seeing this? What's that? Yeah, Mumbai, Delhi. Pest control for bed bugs cost. If someone's looking up the cost for bed bugs, is it high buyer intent or not? It's medium, at least medium, right? It's worth a shot to see if it's cheap enough to try, because look how long tail that is. Is that not long tail? I mean, it's more than 3 keywords. That's long tail to me. That's 6, right? 6 keywords. Okay. Look at this. Pest control for bed bugs and cockroaches. And hate to be that guy. German roaches and German bed bugs, I guess, or Austrian bed bugs. I don't know, whatever. I don't even know if they have Austrian bed bugs. Probably not. All right, let's see. Best pest control for bed bugs. Oh man, are you guys starting to see? All I did was just changed it up a little bit instead of just going generic and saying pest control. I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that. Don't get me wrong. You could probably still throw money at some ads with very general keywords like pest control and then the city or pest control in the state. I'm talking for local campaigns, local clients, as well as affiliate offers. You can do that on both. But when you do this, when you do what I'm showing you here and start pulling these keywords and putting them together in a campaign, this is what's going to make the difference where you find that one winner that nobody else is bidding on. And that's the difference, right? Where you're getting tons of traffic from a bunch of different keywords, not just one, that are the main money earners. Is that, you guys follow? Okay. By the way, again, take your niche and apply it to this tool for me, okay? And spit back some high intent keywords. Make sure you're on track. If you're wondering if your keyword mind is up to par, shout out a keyword and I'll tell you yes or no on the high intent. Or actually, I'll let you guys do it. I'll let you guys tell the other person. New carpet installation estimate. What do you guys think? Raise your hand if you say yes. Okay, that's like half the room that says no. Is it, raise your hand if you think it's medium intent. There's the other half, pretty much. I think it's medium intent. I think it's worth a test. Do you know what the bid is on it? It's Uber Suggest, right? Okay, so what I would do is take that keyword, set it off to the side, start creating a list of keywords that I'm question mark on, and start plugging them into Keyword Planner. See what Keyword Planner tells me about it, right? And if it doesn't tell me much, then that tells me there's probably not much there. Ultimately, though, I like to let things run on AdWords because I've seen some cases where in the Keyword Planner, it's not giving the most accurate information. So like if it shows that there's no bid, it doesn't necessarily mean there's no traffic. It just means there's no data on that, right? For some reason. And who knows what that reason is. But when you plug it into an AdWords campaign, you get to see real time, live, through personal experience and ad spend, what that keyword can do or cannot do in some cases. So I always like to test. If I think it sounds good on high intent or medium intent, I'm going to try it. Yes, sir. What's your name again? Philippe. The intent value on reviews and other keywords like there's other ones like scam, reviews, not reviews, but like mystery shopping keywords and stuff like that. Those are not as high intent because they're window shopping. They're probably going to make a decision, but you can't. It's not a guaranteed like they're going to make a decision on your offer. Like for example. What I mean by that is, and reviews, by the way, don't point to a call-only ad, right? Someone who wants a review is not going to click on a call, and if they do, it's a mistake. Like they didn't mean to click it, and then that cost you, right? They want reviews before they make up their mind. Whereas a high intent keyword, someone clicks the call button, they've made the decision before they even jump on the phone to talk to someone about taking care of their problem. You follow? More intention behind it, right? Whereas reviews, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm looking into it, you know, or I'm making my decision based on the research that I'm doing before I hit the call button. And when you do reviews, I notice, like, I don't know about you guys, but when I type in and I'm looking for reviews on services, that I do the review thing, and then when I'm ready to make a decision, I go and I after I find the reviews, I don't click from the review site or anything. I go back to the top of Google and type in, you know, the name of the place that I want, and then I just find it that way. So I actually go back up to the top of Google and run another search. And so my point is, if you ran branded search and I typed in that restaurant or whatever in that keyword, then your ad would show, and maybe I saw this one was like number 2 and there's a call there. What if I click on that other ad, the address, and it shows, oh, the hours of that restaurant are closed, or oh, they require you to reserve. I'm going to go back to the search and be like, there's number 2 and it's got a call ad. Click. Right, and I'm going to go straight to it. So it's a little bit different when it comes to the review keywords. I don't think your intent, not for this particular type of campaign, you don't necessarily want review keywords. Their intent is just below medium, I think. Someone's about to make a decision, but it's not going to fold into call-only ads very well. Good question. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
In Uber Suggest, I just put in auto locksmith, and you get a lot of geographic keywords, but then a whole load with just says auto locksmith and then a zip code. I imagine if anyone that's looking for an auto locksmith, there's already an implied urgency because they can't go anywhere. So
yes.
There's not many ideas coming out of just that auto locksmith. It's
Okay.
just geographic.
Here's where you take it to another level. If you're doing the generic keyword, remember how you just plugged in keywords from Google Keyword Planner? What were the keywords you gave me that were gold?
Locked out of car and yeah.
Why are you not trying those yet? See how that works?
Yep.
Everybody catch that? I want to make sure everybody catches what he just went through, because that shit happens. It happens to me. You get that brain lock and you get focused in on that auto locksmith keyword, and even if it's a long tail keyword, sometimes I'll just go for a minute on a keyword and not switch gears.
I did actually put in locked out, just locked out, and it.
You got to go specific.
More specific.
Yeah.
It gave me nothing.
Locked out of my car.
Okay.
Locked out of my car. Locked my keys. Try those 3 or those 2. See what you come up with, and it should turn results back. Should return results back. If not, okay, maybe there's not enough in Suggest for the data to give you. We've got other platforms to run. Excuse me. We've got other platforms to run for those keywords. So just set them off to the side and come back and plug them in as we go. Okay. Okay. All right. So I keep scrolling on this list. We've got the cost. Exterminator. There's a keyword. Exterminator. Wasn't thinking about that, right? What was the one? It was exterminate. Right. Or terminate. Was it terminate or exterminate? Terminate, which was like crazy, right? That's right, Terminator. But exterminate or exterminator, that's a very common pest control synonym, isn't it? Right? It means the same thing. So fumigation doesn't necessarily mean pest control, but that's what some of what they do or can do, and that's going to be higher intent or more specific what someone's looking for. And extermination service, exterminator. So that brings up like a whole new set of you see how it's like just you could run campaigns for days. Like you just want to start with a few and get a couple going, right? And then you've got search queries, and then you've got these keyword tools that keep generating new ideas for you, like exterminator, right? everybody follow that? Mr. Robertson. And it looks like Bill from Boston's got a question, or no? You good? You're on the page? All right. Give me a keyword, Bill.
Actually, I just realized for the plumbing niche that I'm looking at, if you do something like an action, fix my leaky in the case of plumbing, then that would expand a larger set of actionable keywords. So I just got
Like
to that
broken-
connection by working through
broken pipes, leaking pipes.
how is somebody going to talk into their phone if they're just having a
Right.
conversation? I want somebody to fix my bathroom faucet.
That's part of the data that you're going to be reading. So it wasn't, remember how we went over the numbers and I said, hey, I'm going to teach you how to read that. I'm also going to teach you how to read and hone in on the keywords from what people are typing into Google or saying into their phone. You got a keyword, Bill? Bill from Boston? What?
Emergency pest control.
Emergency pest control. Okay. That's not quite long tail. Could you take it further? What would you do to take it further? I just want to make sure you're on point.
Maybe add the city and state.
You could do the state. You could do zip code on top of it. What else? You got Chris giving you the answers. He's a stud.
Who to call for emergency pest control?
What is that?
Who to call for emergency pest
Who to
control?
call? Oh, did you hear that? Who to call? Right? That's your new best friend right there, right, Bill? He's got all the answers. Goodness. They should make him into a keyword tool. You should just sit there and plug in responses on keyword requests. Right, Chris? All right. Is everybody okay, or not okay, but is everybody good and solid with Uber Suggest? Not okay, but good. I want you guys solid. Oh, Mr. Grant. Oh, we got a mic coming. Hold on. We got a mic coming to you, sir. And there it is.
Yeah, we're just drawing a complete blank. It just keeps coming up. Even put in the word solar, it's just coming up absolutely no results all the time.
It's coming up blank
Yeah,
for solar?
Everything, yeah.
For Uber Suggest?
Yeah.
Okay. We have someone saying it's the ad stopper, maybe? You got an ad block going? Is it? Are you guys using Chrome? Is it Chrome that you're using? Yeah, Chrome tends to do stuff like that sometimes. I got you, Miss Jean. So try that and see what you should be returning some results. Are you not getting anything? Like zeros across the board, not even one keyword? Okay, then something's wrong because it should at least turn you a couple. Yeah, it should turn a couple. Hey, Miss Jean, I'm sorry. Yeah, you had a question? There's a mic there.
No, I had a comment.
Oh, please.
Just this month, I Googled the term, how do I get rid of
Yes.
fire ants? Because if anybody looks at my feet closely, they got Band-Aids on them because I've got fire ant bites that are not healed yet. I stepped into a pile of them in the yard, and I ran right into the computer after I'd poured alcohol all over the bites and said, how do I get rid of? And also, I have a domain for a pest control niche that I'm renting out called how do I get rid of whatever. I forget what it is, but
It's a
how do I
bug.
get rid of bugs, I think.
Right, bugs.
Yeah, yeah. And so how to get rid of is great, I found, for pest control.
That's a real-time feedback there from search queries. And sorry about your ankles. Fire ants suck. I hate them. Okay, so everybody's good on Uber Suggest, yes? Oh no, wait, we're still waiting on Mr. Grant, right? Any result? Any luck there? You sure? Okay, okay. Well, I'll help you take a look at it a little bit later too, if that's okay. Like maybe on a break or something. Okay. I don't want you guys to not have access to that. It's a cool. There's actually, you know what's? If this tool isn't working, there's actually a lot of suggest tools. This isn't the only one. Yeah, there's a bunch. This is just the one I like. Oh, did you guys figure it? Nice. Okay, great. Good to hear. All right. All right. So we're going to go to what ads work. And, of course, I'm not logged in. Let me make sure I'm logged into all these. We're going to what ads work. Boom. All right. Give you guys a second to get there, to navigate. Yes, Dimitri. Lean, L-E-A-N, lean.
L-E-A-N, domain.
Lean domain, L-E-A-N domain.
Search.
Search.
.com.
Leandomainsearch.com.
And any,
Is that a suggest tool?
well, what it does is it tells you every single .com that's available with suggestions added to it for your keyword.
Oh, wow, that's nice. I bet you get some great keyword ideas from that.
Yeah, and it also gives you domain names.
See, this is why I love this kind of stuff. You guys give me cool stuff like that, and I get to go plug it into what we do. It's great. Appreciate that. Yes, it's leandomainsearch.com. L-E-A-N domainsearch.com. Basically gives you suggestions on all the different .coms based on a keyword you type in, which is kind of cool. All right, is everybody at what ads work? Yes, Miss Jean.
One more really cool site I've been using for years.
Yes.
It's called Bust a Name.
Bust a name.
bustaname.com. And it lets you
Bustaname.com.
put in suggestions on the left, and then it lets you just type in your own ideas on the right, and then you can save those ideas and just go boom, boom, boom,
Does
boom.
it mix them all up too?
It will if you want it to.
Nice.
But if you use the suggestion part on the left, it'll just mix the words up and see what you come up with. But if you go ahead and, like if I'm looking for something with doors, okay, I could type thedoorspecialist.com, lafrenchdoors.com,
La French doors.
Yeah.
I love your French, by the way. Isn't our French not great?
And then you just click save, and it will tell you, it'll turn green if it's available, the com, the net, and the org. And so
That's nice.
if it turns red, you go, oh, search again, until you see a green one, and then put in all your little identifiers, the, your, but so that is the quickest search tool that I've ever found, and it's free.
I love it. Free 99. Anybody ever hear me say that? You probably have if you've watched my training videos. Okay, what ads work? Everybody ready? How are we doing? Anybody need a break? Are we okay? I mean, what I'm thinking is we're gonna blaze through these other three platforms. All right, I'm gonna get your mind kind of working in the keyword area, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how to properly format into broad match, modifier, phrase, and exact. Which, if you're like, what the hell did he just say? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of you. And then we're on to creating campaigns. So let's just keep going. And if you guys start to fade on me, somebody let me know. Okay? I don't want you guys fading on me, okay? So what ads work? Once you log in, you've got keywords, and it should be, I don't know if it is on yours or not, but mine's always set to USA for some reason. It just sets there. You can see pest control, type that in, search. Now, I will give you, not a warning, but I will let you know that sometimes there are no call-only ads running for your market that can be seen by this site. It doesn't catch everything. It catches a lot, but it doesn't catch everything. You guys follow? You don't follow? What's? Oh, repeat it. Okay, so just because I put in pest control and it's popular doesn't necessarily mean this site will catch pest control results. Does that make sense? It doesn't necessarily mean it will. So this one may return 0 results. That's very possible depending on your niche, because some people don't run call-only ads maybe for that niche. Maybe they haven't tried it yet. Because believe it or not, call-only ads is not new for marketers, but it's still relatively new to the market, to the end user, right? People are still, they don't even really understand. All they understand is they can talk to their phone and something comes back. It's our job to make sure that those dots get connected, right? So understand that concept is still pretty new to them on how to use that. Like, in fact, it's so new that I have not yet adapted using voice. The only time I use voice to text on anything is like Dragon Naturally Speaking on the computer, or if I'm doing voice to speech on the phone, but not in Google search. I just haven't got around to getting in the habit of clicking the voice button on the Google search for some reason. I don't know. I'm just not that guy yet. But I'm sure I will adapt to it. And that's my point, is that it's still new enough in the marketplace, only a couple of years, actually a year and a half-ish, that people haven't embraced it fully, if that makes sense, as a whole. Everybody follow? Okay. All right, so I typed in pest control, and it's showing a crap ton of ads on pay-per-call only. That's the tab that shows up, right? Everybody typing in their niche, pulling up some results. You definitely want to go general on your keyword here. Yes, Mr. Grant. Oh, we got where's the microphone at? Somebody got it over here? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. 3, 2, 1. There it is.
You just said about not using voice yourself, and you're saying that it gives good results. People say that everybody's using voice. I just wondered, is it worth doing a poll of the audience here to see actually how many are using voice?
If it's worth it here to see how many actually are using voice.
Yeah.
Wh-
Do people use it? Because
Oh,
I
people
don't know anybody that does
definitely.
use it.
Okay, by the search queries, people definitely use it. What I'm finding is people are using it more and more. And when you think about it this way: when you target the keywords that are in or near me, those are talking to someone kind of keywords. Does that make sense? When I do Google searches, I know Google is smart enough to pick up my IP address. I don't type in near. I don't type in around, right? I don't have to, because Google knows where I'm at. In fact, Google knows where I'm at all the time. Where I come to Barcelona and it's like, would you like to translate this page into English? Because I know you're in Barcelona. I'm like, yes, please, right? So I would say a lot of those keywords are specifically for people who are talking to their phones. Will you get 100% of your traffic that's talking into their phone? No, but you'll get a much higher number, or a much higher percentage than you would think. Yeah, and that's what the search queries will show you. I'll show you these, and when we get to the ad creation and the ad optimization, I'll show you the search queries, and you guys will see for yourself. You'll be like, damn, people are talking to their phone. They must look crazy when they do that, But people do it, and it's not, like I said, it's not embraced as a whole yet. People are still working into it. Like, I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm kind of lazy like that with the whole Google Voice thing. I just hit search, yeah. You not returning any results? None? What'd you type in? What's that? Oh, you typed in pest control and it didn't work? Did you select pay-per-call only, or pay-per-call only ads tab? It should show up for you. I'm sorry? Chris is saying, Chris, who's Nathan's brother, is saying, select more results at the bottom. You like how I did that? Got your name. I probably know about half of you in the room, at least by name. I don't know what your dirty secrets are, but I know your name. I know some of your dirty secrets. me, I just post mine on Facebook so you guys can laugh. Were you able to get it? Let me come take a look. If it's all right, if I come take a look. Make sure you get this. I want to make sure you get it. Pest Control USA. I'm wondering if something's blocking it. Try clicking one of these at the top, one of those popular ones, and if it's not going to return any results on any of those, where I know it will, like Pest Control is one, something might be blocking it. If it's, yeah, try search again. And then click search when it reloads. Oh, there you go, look. It was something blocking, right? The ad blocker. Okay, so be aware if you're using Google Chrome, the ad blockers could possibly keep you from returning results on what ads work. Everybody catch that? Oh, excuse me, it was Firefox. It's Firefox, not Chrome. Firefox. Dimitri, yes, sir. Oh, I'm not sure why that happened. That's a good question. It should show the ad copy. Oh, that's weird. Now I'm not turning any. Maybe you know what? It's possible that all of us on What Ads Work is totally jacking the system up. I didn't even think about that. That's the muscle we got. Goodness. Okay, so let's see if I can. Let's everybody just not work with What Ads Work right now, and I'll work with it, and you guys can watch. I would like you to eventually work through it. So let me. No banners found. Man, I hope we didn't crash their system. Some dude in a basement somewhere is flipping out right now, probably. Nope. We might have to come back to this one, so if everybody will stay off of it, we should be able to get it working. Yeah, we're going to come back to it, if that's all right. All right. So we're going to SpyFu. Let's hope that SpyFu has better servers. Yes, Jesse.
Really quick question.
Sure. As long as it's really quick.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
On What Ads Work,
yes.
When you're pulling up and digging into the keywords that it's pulling up for the ads, and it's showing the cost per click there, is that like...
That's their estimate.
That's their estimate of what people are paying for a click on the pay-per-call side?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, you got it. Now keep in mind, those people probably don't have great quality scores, because if you look at some of the ads, you can tell it's amateur hour in a lot of them. Not with all of them. There are some good campaigns, don't get me wrong, but they're fewer and further between than you might think, which is why this thing is, ripe for the taking, ripe for the picking, right? So, yeah, good question though. You're welcome. You're welcome. So we're going to move over to SpyFu. Hopefully they have better name servers to run the searches and whatnot. And is everybody logged in to SpyFu? Everybody good to go? So at least everybody can log in. And we're going to, what I like to do is type in the main competitor. Now how you can find the main competitor is do a quick Google search for your keyword or for your offer, like bath and remodeling, water restoration company. Find some national brands, start there. And so for pest control, that would be Terminix or Orkin, right? But I'm going to go with Terminix. And so when I hit search on that, it's going to take it a while. It gives me a lot of information, organic and paid. Organic and paid. Now, let me ask you, actually, I'm going to come down a bit. I don't necessarily need to know all of this information, it's good to look just as a snapshot. Hey, look, there's a lot of money to be made in the pest control business, apparently, right? Just by looking at that, 48,000 clicks in their paid search, okay, on a monthly basis. And they're spending about, what is that, $277,000 on a month. And that's estimated. But even if it's north of $250,000, they're spending some money, right? And then if you look over at their organic, here's what's even crazier. They're getting 139,000 clicks off their SEO, right? So that's like almost triple the keywords that or the clicks that they're paying for, and they're getting those from SEO. I won't say for free, because everybody knows SEO actually does cost money, right? It's costs money, costs time, employees go out and do the work and all that, right? But look at the estimated value of those SEO clicks, $208,000. Now, let me ask you guys, if you're looking at these side by side, you've got organic at $208,000 in value for those clicks, and you've got a $277,000 spend only on 48,000 clicks. So it's, I won't say 208 is 277, but it's close enough for me to look at them and say, okay, wait, I'm paying, I could get the value of $200,000 and get 140,000 clicks basically, versus 277,000, which is more money, and get like almost a third of the clicks, just over a third of the clicks that I could get over here for less money, by the way. Is everybody seeing that? In theory, if you could go and pay for those keywords. Does everybody see that? Does anybody not see that? Raise your hand. I want to be very clear on using the noggin, right? No, they're not. And see, that's what I want you to pay attention to. They're bidding on keywords, right, and paying for them to pull in traffic where they're trying to make conversions. But the SEO keywords they have is worth more, and there's more clicks to go after. Now, if the SEO keywords have clicks, can you not run ads on those keywords? Okay, so where do most paid advertisers get their keyword lists from? The organic side or the paid? Most of the time they go paid because they're num-nums, right? They're momos. They don't think. They don't think. See, you guys are thinking. So which way would you go? What's that? Organic, you sure? You guys don't sound very sure. There's like only one dude back there said it. Say again? It's possible, but that's why you sort through them, right? Because SpyFu gives you an entire list of keywords, organic and paid, on your competitors. It's pretty sick. And I'll show you that in just a second. Good question. Actually, I will tell you this. It's kind of wrong. Organic is kind of the wrong answer. It's both. You know why it's both? Because I don't believe in making that judgment. I want to see for myself with the data what produces the money, right? I could find some winning keywords on the SEO side, and I can guarantee you that most paid advertisers don't do what I just said. They don't do both. Okay, let's be honest here, because we're all marketers here, right? We all run businesses. When's the last time you or someone you work with really implemented things like split testing? Like every day on every campaign, on everything you touch. Ridiculous, right? Guess what? That's the difference between we are the 1%, right? Making a little Occupy Wall Street joke there. But yeah, I mean, instead of being the 99%, that's the difference that makes you the 1% of paid ad users, or buyers, I should say, paid ad platforms that you use versus everyone else. Who was it? David said something about, hey, like twice yesterday. He was like, are you going to teach about the AdWords scripts? Are you going to teach about the AdWords scripts? I'm like, dude, got that covered. Like, got you some videos on that. We're not covering it today because it's extremely advanced, But again, that is the stuff that 1% of paid ad users on AdWords use to totally knock you guys out. But not anymore, right? You guys are going to be able to use that. So how did I get to this? I typed in Terminix, and then I hit search and scrolled down. Terminix.com and scrolled down. Oh, let me scroll over for you. It's on overview. See that? I just logged in basically, and it went to overview. Does everybody see that? Any questions? Questions so far? I got a couple more things to show you on this platform, then we'll move on. Mr. Robertson. I appreciate the questions, guys. Don't feel bad. Use me and abuse me.
Yeah, I don't mean to bogart, but I took one of my terms and downloaded the export, exported and downloaded to CSV for it. So, I mean, they've got an amazing amount of info in here, like exact phrase, click-through rate, that sort of thing. What are your cheat sheet steps on how to start looking at that?
How to start looking for phrase and exact?
No, I mean, with all the data that's in there.
With all the data that's in there, you can sort through manually based on what you feel is high intent or not. And I want to encourage you to not overthink it. I want you to look at it and think of it as like a swipe left or swipe right kind of a deal. Like, is it high enough intent for me to say yes to, or a maybe? Then yes, no, yes. Does that make sense? And start weeding out some of those keywords. And I'm going to show you how to plug into SEMrush. And SEMrush actually gives you some pretty sick data. Okay, it's my favorite tool. If there was a priority of tools, it would be SEMrush for what we're doing here. Okay, not for SEO purposes, right? I don't touch that. So, but SEMrush for what we're doing, and then it would be What Ads Work, and then it would be SpyFu.
Okay, got it.
And Ubersuggest is free, and all the other tools are free. So obviously you can use those. But in terms of paid tools, that would be a priority or priority level if that were something you needed to worry about. So as I scroll down on SpyFu, I get to see what? I get to see the organic and paid competition. You can see Orkin, Do Your Own Pest Control, J.C. Ehrlich, I guess, Truly Nolan, pestworld.org, right? And if I want to, I can go back and type in all these domains and find keywords based on those domains. Everybody follow? Okay. It also shows the overlap, which is good, based on keywords. So basically, these are the keywords that these competitors of each other share, right? And now we're to the keywords. So you've got the organic keyword list that you can download, or view and download, and then you've got the paid keywords that you can view and download. Everybody see that? Okay. So I'm going to go to just paid for now. And you notice there's 13,000 keywords, right? Yeah, holy shit, Joe says. That was not me, that's a direct quote. 13,000 paid keywords, right? That's a lot of keywords. Here's the deal. You can filter and sort based on just swiping left, swiping right, that mode. Or you can adjust by the cost per click that they're spending, okay? And remember, the cost per click is not necessarily for call-only ads. These are results for any ad that's running. You guys follow? This does not filter in. The only one that filters in by call-only ads is What Ads Work. That's why I love it. That's why it's number 2. That's why SpyFu is number 3. This is more general. You guys follow? It's more general keyword list, like their entire keyword list. So you don't know necessarily you could probably figure out a couple of their keywords that they're using for without using what ads work on what they're using for call-only ads, but you don't have an exact idea with this tool. It's best guess. So what you can do, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can download these keywords 2,500 at a time. Boom. So when I hit this, I'm not going to do it. Please don't do it because it will like freeze up SpyFu. Please do not do it. But that's where you can do that, okay? Once you've done that, you can scroll back to the top and select all like this. Nice little check boxes. And if we scroll over to the right, export. Save it as CSV. All right? Nice and easy. Grab a bunch of keywords. Everybody follow? Pretty straightforward, right? I mean, probably didn't even need me to explain that, but I did it anyway because I want to make sure that you guys have that on tape. Or not tape, I'm old. God. I'll make sure you guys have that in digital form. All right. Any questions about how to use SpyFu? Straightforward. Very, very simple. I don't overcomplicate it with this one. It just gives me a list of keywords that now I can guess what, do what with. Go back and do what? Start plugging them into the other platforms. See what I can find. See what I can find. It's like, think of it as like a mining process. I'm just digging. And along the way, actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of gold mines pay for themselves from mining. They actually mine, they come upon silver. Did you know that? There's usually a lot of silver around when there's a lot of gold too. Did you know that? So they use the silver to actually pay for the mining expenses till they hit the gold. Kind of crazy, huh? It's not true in every area, but there's a lot of areas like that. So I want you to think of it like that, where you're mining all these keywords, and a lot of them are going to be silver. It's going to pay the bills. It's going to get you some conversions until you find that gold when you optimized, right? You've dug in and found where the honeypot, the mother lode is, right? And you blow up on it. Okay, you focus on it. So no questions on SpyFu? We got a mic coming. Terminex. Terminex.
I'm looking for some national company for auto locksmith in the US. Is that everyone I've put in has just been SEO keywords rather than paid?
Say that again one more time and use the mic.
I'm looking for an auto locksmith domain that would have paid and organic search, and I'm only getting ones with organic search at the moment. So does anyone know of a
An auto lock,
national?
Pop-a-lock, and Pop-a-lock, like a franchise.
Pop-a-lock or
Pop-a-lock. Yeah, P-O-P-A lock. Quickset's a key brand, right? They're not a. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Jesse.
Something else I was just gonna mention in regards to that is, like, just you could think in terms of like top whatever your niche is in the country.
Right.
And just do a Google search for that. There's usually something that's rated like the top 10 companies nationally.
Oh, yeah.
You could take that, drill down from there.
Yeah. You could do top 10 pest control companies, and you'll end up with somebody's put together a list, lists. The top 10 lists and the how-to lists, those are so common these days, right? I mean, we laugh about it, but it's true. It's like they're everywhere, even in Facebook. Okay, so what ads work is not giving us the image of the copy, but if you've logged into what ads work before this training, or when you go home and log in, or later on, you will see, instead of a broken image link here in this section, you will see an ad copy. You cannot copy paste from it, so it's a little bit of a bear where you have to type it in from what you see, but that's okay, because you still get good ideas for ad copy. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you that I sort by click-through rate. Everybody see that? I just clicked that little button over there, click-through rate. Anybody lost? No? It's just a button, right? I got you. So when I did that, you notice it sorted all the ads based on high click-through rate, right? Do you think that if I take a few versions of this copy and mix and match that I'll end up with a really good click-through rate on my ad copy? Probably. What I found in pest control, I can't show you because the ad images are broken, but I can tell you what I found, is that no one was using questions, and we all know that questions do what? Get answers, damn straight, right? We went over that one yesterday, I think, right? So questions get answers, but they were using cool keywords, like they had discounts. Remember, pay attention to your offer. Who was it? The lady from Ireland. Where's she at? There she is. Hey, how are you? What's your name again? Rachel. Okay, so Rachel had, what was it, a $25 off on your offer, wasn't it? It listed in the campaign details?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
$25 off, right?
Yeah.
So she could put that in her ad copy, and I saw examples of ad copy where it was like $50 quote, or get your quote now, or $25 off, or discount, words like guarantee, right? Things like that. Those are really good, solid keywords. And then obviously a strong call to action was always present in the higher click-through rate ads as you sort. So things like call us now, call us today, call and book now. I think we went over that one, right? Someone said their offer was about booking an appointment. So if you want more intent, it would be call and book today, right? Something like that, right? Everybody follow so far? Okay, so when I click on an ad, and you can see this one's targeting Clark Pest Control, and I think this is the one from San Diego. You can actually see a lot of stuff. You can see it on the other screen too with the rows and columns, but I'll just show you here. It basically tracks everywhere this keyword or this ad has been shown, when it was first seen, when it was last seen, how many days it's been seen. I mean, these are a number of times that this particular software, What Ads Work, has seen it, which 5,869. It's been around for a minute, and it's high click-through rate. Somebody found themselves a winner, and this is in the San Diego market. What do you think that tells me? Yeah, right? And I mean, it's beautiful weather in San Diego all the time, so it's like perfect weather for bug growing, I guess, right? Like year-round bug growing. So, am I lying? I guess I don't know. But that's the thing, like, here's something telling me in the data, like, I haven't even begun to run any ads to gain, to get my data, and here is an ad that's winning, and someone's spending money on that, and obviously making money, or they wouldn't keep it running that long. Yes, sir.
It says that you can download the list of 11,725 keywords.
Yes.
Would that number be the actual the keywords that they have actually bid for, or just the searches that have caused the impression?
Okay, so here's the deal. Everybody see this list of keywords here, in the green that I'm scrolling through? Everybody see that? Okay, good deal. That is the list of keywords that they are bidding on with this ad copy. So basically this software goes out and finds this ad on all the different keywords it can find it for, and says, okay, this ad is showing for all these different keywords. The list of 11,725 keywords is actually not the list they're using. The list they're using is shown in the green that I just scrolled through. That's their list. Here's where it gets interesting. What Ads Work actually builds a keyword list for you, and it adds a few hundred cities with each of these keywords that are shown. So it takes it to like a whole nother level where you can download 11,000 keywords that are geographically located that are making money for this campaign in San Diego. Now, can I guarantee that you're going to be profitable with every location? Absolutely not, right? That's why when we were going over the numbers and I was showing you the states, right? But how do you think I found that information? It's because I targeted individual locations, right, in the ads, and I'll show you guys how to do that. You don't necessarily have to put it in the keywords. So there's two ways you can do location. You can do it in the location section of your AdWords, right, of the campaign settings, or you can put it in the keyword. And you can test, you can split test. It's extra work. It's the shit that other people don't do. But if you do it, you can split test which works best. Because sometimes people, believe it or not, sometimes people in certain geographic areas type in their city, and sometimes they don't. They just don't. Sometimes they're more likely to type in a zip code. In this particular city, they don't use a city name, they use the zip code. You follow? Okay. That's more rare, but the city or not is definitely a thing you got to split test over time, right? You don't have to do it right out of the gate, but find your locations first, hone in on those, and then go and split test again based on keyword location and location location. You follow? Location in the settings or keyword location. Those two. Does that make sense? And then when you have the winner between those two, it's going to be different for probably each city that you're going after or each state that you're going after. So you just turn off the losers and scale up the winners on both sides. You're going to have some that win on the location side, and you're going to have some that win on the keyword side. You follow? All you got to do is turn off the losers and scale up the winners. Let the traffic, basically what I'm saying is, in a simple way, let the traffic tell you, let the people tell you what they prefer to type into Google, and pay less for it over time, because your click rate's going to go up and your costs are going to go down. Miss Caroline.
Is it the keyword? Is it right? One is in the keyword. The other is where? What you're split testing?
Okay, there's location there's a settings on each campaign that you run in AdWords. You can change schedule, you can change location, right? Location is one of those under settings. And then you can actually add as part of the keyword the location in the keyword. Pest control Birmingham. Make sense?
Yeah.
Versus located in Birmingham.
So when you're buying
and
the
just
campaign.
pest control, no Birmingham.
Yeah.
You get
so
it?
when you're buying the campaign is when you'd specify that.
Right, when you set up your campaigns. Yep, you got it.
Thank
And
you.
I'll show you guys that. I'll show you both ways. Yes, sir, in the back. What's your name? David? David. Got a couple Davids. The other one looked at me, and he's wearing glasses too. Look at that. You guys are like the same frames almost and everything. Look at that. You could be twins. He's like right next to you, right across the way. It's great.
Just on the part I'm looking there, for Clark Pest Control, that ad is working successfully for them. They're showing them, 282 days.
Yes.
But from those numbers, they're
Yes.
paying $8.56 a click, which means that given yesterday we're working at $7 a click,
Right.
less the conversion rate, which is nowhere near $7, is going to be nearer sort of
Right.
$5 or $4.
Right.
We're going to be making a loss.
Yes.
How can I balance these? Because if you look at $15.19, we're in a different ball game.
Right. Remember, we have pay bumps, and we're getting our initial data. So there's a couple of different answers there, right? You've got the data, which is the most important. Forget about the pay bump. The pay bump can come after you optimize and start driving some serious traffic, right? Some serious heat. Also keep in mind, this is a local, I happen to know this ad because I studied it. It's a San Diego-based ad. I wish I could show you the picture, but it's actually in some training I did. So you'll see a picture of this ad. You will. And when you go home, you can log in Pest Control. You'll see it. Be the top ad after you hit sort by high click-through rate. It'll be the top ad. Clark's Pest Control, San Diego. Can't miss it. And here's the deal. Yes, it's like $8, and oh, that's more than $7. They're paying on a local campaign, and it's going direct to that business. Like that's not for a pest control affiliate offer. I can guarantee you. You know how I know? I call the number in the ad, and I listen to it. I'm like, where does the phone call go? Does it go to a phone tree that goes to put in your zip code, or does it go to a local pest control company in San Diego? And also, the copy actually says local company in San Diego, right? Something along those lines. So it's like two different ways for me to know exactly where that ad is directing people to, which is one of the reasons why I love What Ads Work so much, is because it has that call only section where I can be like spying on people through their phone. I can listen to good phone trees, bad phone trees. I can see if people are really messing it up. I can see if I can do it better, right? So there's a lot to gain from this platform, which is why I'd recommend it as number 2 over SpyFu, because pretty much you can get a good amount of data, enough data from SEMrush and this to really make things pop. So, and SpyFu is just kind of like a crossover. Yes, sir. Philippe.
Could you just briefly go over
Briefly? Or till you get it?
till I get it?
Okay, you got it.
Yes, definitely till I get it.
Let's get it right.
The 4 tools or the 3 tools that you use and why they're indispensable in the sense that I got to have this because I don't get it over here. I use this one specifically for this.
Gotcha.
And
I haven't even covered SEMrush yet.
I know.
But I will cover. Okay, so I'll tell you why for each, and then we'll move on because I think that's it for this keyword tool, unless you have other questions about this keyword tool. So I'd use What Ads Work because it has the call only section. There is no other platform that I have found to date that does what they do for call only ads. It's sick. And plus, like I said, I can actually spy on people through the phone and their phone tree, right? If they have one, I can find what keywords they're using, what they're seeing as successful. I can see good search volumes. I keep looking at that screen. I see good search volumes based on keywords. I also get keyword ideas for brands that I can go after, right? If I can bid on branded terms, Clark's Pest Control, right? That's why I use What Ads Work. SpyFu, I use it because it's a lot of data on specific domains, and it's pretty quick. You can just select all keywords and just hit download, grab all the keywords, sort through them, left, right, right? Uber Suggest kind of goes without saying. It's a suggest tool. It's very important when we're doing mobile to make sure that we get mobile-based keywords or something that someone might type in or say, and to get us more keyword ideas as well. It's got some great suggestions, which is good. Suggest keyword tool. Keyword Planner. It's because it's AdWords, right? It's pretty straightforward. You're going to get an initial idea of some keywords people might be typing in. It's just a good starting point to where you can just branch out into the other keywords. Okay? SEMrush is because of their data. Their data is just off the charts. It's crazy cool, and I'm about to show you guys that, which is, you guys are probably going to be, blown away with that. Actually, you know what I would like to do? It's so good, in fact. I want you fresh when I show this to you. It's 11:30. We've been going for an hour and a half. I mean, we could keep going, but we're actually making really great time right now on keywords. So what I'd like to do, if it's okay with you guys, take like a 10, 15-minute break. Let's come back at 11:45. It's 11:34 now, so it's like 10 minutes. And we'll pick up on SEMrush.